Austin and his Vape Cloud return with a Nekroz deck profile.
First off, you have Share of the Nekroz. It can count as the whole tribute for any Nekroz tribute or ritual summon, and it searches whenever it's tributed, so that's really nice. Then 3 Mega Zaborg. This is one of your win conditions. You can just summon this, dump half your extra deck, and dump half your opponent's extra deck, which you get to choose, and you get to go off really hard. And then on to the incantations. We run 2 of all of the standard ones. The funny thing about incantations is these 2 and these 2 are the best ones, but you don't want to see them in your hand because your goal is to summon them from the deck. So you want to see the bad ones in your hand to get to the good ones. Remember, kids, there's going to be a test later. And then another win condition, but this is actually searchable, so this is really nice. And all the incantations work as tribute fodder as well. You just can't summon from the extra while they're on field. Then on to the actual Nekroz monsters. We run 2 Colossus. It's just consistency. It is a hard one to return, and you have other ways to get to your back row. So you don't really need 3. Plus, it doesn't do much on field other than act as a quick effect lost wind and a 2300 booty. And then on to the to Unicorn, the one secret. This is the heart and soul of the deck. This is how you perform one of your major locks as your win condition, or how you recur resources. So it's so nice that this came back to 3. Then on to the next one, 3 Brionac. You obviously want to run 3 of this because this is a monster searcher. Plus, this can be search of Shuret, and this can also search Colossus. Colossus can search your back row, so this deck is hyper consistent, as Nekroz has always been. Plus, what's really cool is you can use 2 of these for a rank 8, and you'll see why later in the video. 1 Gungnir. I want to up this to 2, but I just can't find the room. Its on field effect and its hand effect are both really good. This can protect Unicorn on field, or you can just summon this and use it as a quick effect pop. Then 2 Valk. Valk stops battle, or you can tribute off your pair incantations to get some draws, or even summon stuff from your hand. Or tribute stuff from your hand, pardon me. Then 2 of the Big Trish himself. Not as good as the original, but this also does have the cool hand effect to protect your monsters whenever they're targeted. So that's pretty nice. It sucks that you have to banish from all 3 instead of just one of the other. Then the last Nekroz monster, 1 Decisive Armor. It's just nice as a way to beat over things from time to time, or pop step cards. Or if you do summon it, it's gigantic. And then 3 of the Incantation Ritual, that's good. And 1 Benten. You run these because you want to see your incantations, and this is really weird. It's a ritual monster that has an in-hand effect to discard, and then it just stays in hand. So that's kind of neat. And then Benten, you can search Benten off of a myriad of different ways because generic ritual support. And then as long as this gets tributed, you can then search for your Vanity's Ruler and go off. You can also search Manju, but I feel like Vanity's Ruler is a better normal summon because it locks the game essentially. And then onto the spells. We run obviously 3 pre-prep because this is such a good card. Then on to the Nekroz spells, we run 2 of all of them. Nekroz Mirror allows you to banish monsters from your graveyard for the fusion. This one allows you to summon monsters from your graveyard as the fusion instead of summoning from your hand. And then Kaleidoscope allows you to send from your extra to the graveyard and summon any number as your hand as long as the levels are the same. So send to level 12, you can summon a level 8 and level 4, vice versa, whatever. Last of the spells, just these 2. This searches Shuret, search one of your best monsters. And this is just another ritual spell that you can search out via means. And it does do some neat shenanigans, but that's about it. And then onto the extra deck. The extra deck for Nekroz is really weird because you don't actually summon hardly any of this. Most of this is just Mega Zaborg targets or Kaleidoscope targets. 3 Natus. You can send this off Kaleidoscope to summon Unicorn to pop a card, or you can send all 3 of these off of Mega Zaborg to pop 3 cards, and you can recycle them, so there's a bunch of cool stuff you can do. Then 2 Toad, same thing as this. You can send it off of Mega Zaborg, add 2 of your water monsters, which all the Nekroz are water, back to your hand, or you can target itself if you need to have more extra presence. And then the one, Inzektor. You make this because what you can do is you can target or activate Kaleidoscope, send Shooting Star Dragon, or excuse me, Quasar Dragon from your extra to the graveyard, summon 2 Brionac, over the Brionac into him, use his effect, and then whenever this leaves the field, because you equip this from your graveyard to him, you get to summon Shooting Star Dragon from your extra, which is also a level 10 target for Kaleidoscope. Our level 11 is Star Reader. Our level 9 is the actual Trish. Omega, which is actually really good in this deck because it can recycle cards from your graveyard and itself. So it works as a level 8, a support target, and recycles. One of the other Brionac because you just need a level 6. And then 4 Herald. Again, these are really good send of support. You can recycle them with Omega, or you can Kaleidoscope, send these, summon Unicorn, get a search. So the extra deck isn't really for summoning, it's more for versatility and utility. And that is the end of the profile.